Hello there, I'm Cher Johnston. Welcome to my happy place. Today I have this thing. This is about 12 inches by 3 inches. This piece is 3 by 9 and it'll fold up like this and like that and like that. I think it's going to work. This is called a pocket treasure or a pocket altar. I saw this on Rachel's channel, Roxy Creations. She called it a pocket treasure. Cool Kooky Creations. No, Cool Kooky Creatures. She did one she called a pocket altar. I'll put a link in the description to both of those channels, or both of those videos that I saw. But the other thing is that Rachel showed this lady um, on Instagram. That's her name. And I went down a complete rabbit hole. Look at this. Look at that. Just adorable. So there were things that she has here, like this little thing. I'm in the little house. I'm in love with it. I'm just in love with the little house. So the last video that I did, and she did, if you go to her Instagram, you could spend an hour there just looking at all the, she did a little pocket treasure, pocket altar, whatever. She's Italian, so you have to translate all the little things. And I think she has an Etsy shop. And look at this. The little, okay. So that's what inspired today's project. I did the other day I did a video with a little mushroom, the little fairy with a mushroom. I was going to turn that into a little house. And then I saw that today and I went, oh, I have to do a 3D little house. So I started working on it, sitting on the couch. And then I thought, no, I need to turn on the camera and do, of course, now I can't find the piece of here. Let's just do this. I'm going to do this on camera. This needs to go around like this. It's going to fit on there like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of thread and if I do a running stitch along the top, and then gather it up, like so. Then we tuck that in there. All right, let's do this. Oh, wait. I will be quiet and speed through this. Okay, I'm going to attach this to like a little backing fabric, which might be cut away later. Then I have a little different little house. This is a piece of felt with a little tiny piece of fabric. This is upholstery fabric. I have some markers, and this will work just fine. Although I just realized these are washable markers. So I just have to make sure this doesn't ever get washed. I'm going to put a window up here. Little tiny attic window. Okay, and I have some a little bit of green. Okay, next we need a little bit of moss. This thread might be a little bit big, but we'll just see. No, that's fine. It's going to work out okay. Let's put this color over here. This could get very boring and very long. I'm going to do this off camera. One of the other things that I want to do while I'm doing all these little French nuts is I want to get the bottom here. I want to kind of do something on the bottom. So I'm going to do that and I'll be back. Okay, I put a piece of felt on the bottom so you can see all my little stitches down there. And then like 3 different colors of green moss. And I might have to starch that. I don't know. Anyway, my idea is to put a hole in this piece of fabric and have this sort of popping out of the hole. I think that would be really cool. So I'm going to I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut an X. If it doesn't work out, I have more fabric. Let's get this out of the way. And let's cut a little bit of this. My idea is that it would come popping out. And you know, you can manipulate fabric to make it like frayed. And I think I have some ink, distress ink. But first, I want to get it. Well, that's kind of the idea, but I need to cut more. And because this is cut on the bias, it will stretch and fray like that a lot. You know what I mean? Like that. Yes. Okay. Ah, look at that. All right, you get the idea. I'm going to do more of this and off camera. But you get the idea. This is what I have to do to make it pop through a little hole. I'll be back. Okay. I had this thought that maybe I should just cut a circle. Like this. Just do a circle on the fabric. And I don't know. But then, you know, like embroider, circle. And then I thought, you know what? I could probably just take what I have here and embroider a circle like that, and then have the little house popping through. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to draw that on, and I'll pick out some threads and I'll come back and take you along. Okay, I have some Suspargo pearl number 3, which means it's a little bit thicker. The color is Easy M22. And I don't know what size needle this is. It's just big enough to fit the yarn in. You know what I mean. So I'm going to start up in here in the corner because this is one of the reasons I wanted to do this, because there's this could get ripped. I want to make sure that I didn't rip it. All right. So take a bite of the fabric and then I go through that stitch and I'm going to pull. Which way do I pull? I went through it wrong. Sorry. I go through this way. Then I have sort of a little Y. And then my thread up there, I'm going to go through the bottom leg of the Y with the eye of the needle so that I don't pierce the fabric or anything. And then pull into a knot. And then another little bite out of the fabric. And then I'm going to go under the fabric this way. And I'm going to pull this way. Can you see the Y? You can kind of see it, but not very well, huh? Because these are small, fairly small stitches to make it, you know, crowded. A little bite out of the fabric. And then this way. And then I'm going to pull this way. See the Y? And then I'm going to go around this way. Going under with the eye of the needle and pulling this way. There's a little Y. Then I want the thread over there because I want it behind the needle to make a knot. Now I'm going to go all the way around this circle, and then I'm going to test what I have here. I might do a little bit more because I tore this out all like bit by bit so that I wouldn't, I don't know, I wouldn't something. And I may do some what do you call it? Distress ink to make it look tea stained. I'm not even on camera. Okay. I'm going to finish this circle off camera and I'll be back. Okay, this is where I'm at so far. Now, I decided, I have a real mess on my desk. I decided, found some things I want to put in some of the, I don't know where that came from, but I just love it. It's a little plate. It has a little stand, and I have a little tiny baby kitty, and I have I made this rose from Fimo, and I never used it in anything. So I want to have pockets. I want to have pockets in my thing for those things to go into. And I'm making a book. Oh heck, it's somewhere here on my desk. I'm making a book to put pins and needles in. Okay, I can't find it now, but I decided that this piece here, this is going to get sewn on right there. And I think I'm going to put a book here. I want a pocket here. But I decided that before I do that, I want to do the back, or, the outside. So, and I'm going to do slow stitching on the back. I have this bag. You can't really see it because it's filled with Tula Pink scraps. So I pulled out a few little scraps. I'm going to arrange them like I have this thing that I was going to do something in the middle and I just never did. But I'm going to arrange them on here, and I'm going to do some running stitch to stitch them all down. And I might put this on the front, like right there. Anyway, I'm going to do this off camera, and I have about an hour recorded so far, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back and record a part 2. These are just some of my... I also decided that I'm going to take that whole bag and pieces like this, I could probably throw it away. I don't need to keep every single little, and like this piece. I might cut out that corner and use that corner, but like most of this, I'm never going to use it. So I'm going to go through. This is like an edge. I might throw that away. I have to go through and get rid of some of my stuff. So some of these things. Isn't that pretty? I might cut that up that way. And I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to do that and come back tomorrow. Or, I don't know, it might take me a couple days. Anyway, that's what I got so far. And I'm really liking it. And I might still do some, what do you call it? Ink to make it look a little aged, Maybe I should just tea stain it. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for hanging out with me. And Mitzi, she's still under the blankets. Oh, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.